Prescott was one of the most productive quarterbacks in the NFL last season. You see the numbers here. He ranked today.
Not taking anything away from Dak wants to. We can see as we move along how we are
going toward next year. Hawk, what do you now make about how this has all been handled by Jerry?
It's winner takes all. That's the only way to win a deal, and that is not good business. They lucked up the last time, and the luck is probably not a good way to put it, just because probably ever seen from a quarterback, and it would be deservingly so based on what he's done.
And happened. Dak Prescott. People need to remember this. This is the Dallas Cowboys. And when they negotiated with Dak back then, they tried to hold the fact that he had. And so he ended up, getting to the franchise tag and then ultimately putting them in this point, win it again. This reminds me of the Drew Brees situation a little bit. Look, Drew and Dallas really doesn't have a choice other than to have it happen with Dak Prescott.
Hawk, some have wondered, Dak, how do you think McCarthy factors in here as Jerry looks at it?
That's not going to work this go around. He's okay to wait.
Good point. Time for one more thing. Let's dive right in. Okay, Mike T has 6 quarterbacks being drafted in the first round of his mock draft. Nick's going 12th to the Broncos, and Michael Penix Jr. going 19th to the Rams. It'll be the first time. Get him out there. Let's go to J.J. McCarthy at pick number 4, because that one's pretty interesting.
Only lost one. That's the best one lost for the last 50 years. When you look at third down, third and several in the semifinals this year, made huge plays. And then, as you're seeing here, almost had 1,000 yards rushing. So if I'm Arizona and I can get somebody that is $27 million a year cheaper.
That's a bit of a factor. Listen, sometimes for J.J. McCarthy, that evaluation of J.J. McCarthy, I think everything Mike said is true. Played big in big moments. Obviously, they had a lot of success. They ran at Michigan. And how good they were at running the football. Attempts in college. Jaden Daniels has nearly 1,500 as a passer because they were games where he wasn't all that accurate and didn't really have a chance to.
McCarthy, did it make sense maybe as a fit for them?
Absolutely. Again, they're saying there were 2 first-round picks, so no one could get back. And we had to almost resuscitate Mel Kiper when I had these receivers.
There were some more major surprises in this mock draft, so we're going to continue on with those. The YA goes 14 to the Saints, and Brian Thomas Jr. goes to the Jags. Why is Harrison all the way down at number 9 for you to the Bears?
Okay, I love Marvin Harrison. I see Larry. They drafted Jalen Hyatt last year. Let's give him a grade of incomplete. But Lake Neighbors is a point. And before the ball, once the ball's in his hands, he is a dynamic playmaker. So if for the New York Giants in 2024, I'm taking speed over size.
High of a ceiling as Marvin Harrison Jr. That being said, when you got 2 plays outside, he can play inside. Yeah. He has the footwork on the release, but even when he does looking for a big-time wide receiver, I love Neighbors. I think he is lightning in a bottle.
Harrison Jr. just as a clear-cut number 1. Malik Neighbors sneaking up on him a little bit. There has been just one wide receiver.
Roseman, Eagles focus on internal matters in off-season strategy. Orlando, Florida, following the conclusion of the 2023 season, the Philadelphia Eagles wasted no time diving back into action. With an eye on both free agency and the upcoming 2024 NFL Draft, they swiftly formulated plans to bolster their roster. Amidst the addition of 13 new players, the Eagles also prioritized addressing key components within their existing lineup. This proactive approach involved significant changes in coaching staff and preparations for the departure of veteran players, including 2 longtime Eagles retiring. Additionally, the team identified candidates for contract extensions, reflecting a commitment to nurturing talent from within. Executive Vice President/General Manager Howie Roseman elaborated on the significance of these internal moves and their implications for the team's future. Brandon Graham's 15th season. Reflecting on Graham's illustrious career since being drafted in 2010, Roseman emphasized his enduring impact on and off the field. With Graham set to embark on his 15th season, the Eagles anticipate his continued contribution to the team's success in 2024. Jake Elliott's contract extension. Roseman commended Elliott's pivotal role within the Eagles, highlighting his potential to become one of the franchise's most distinguished kickers. Elliott's leadership and work ethic were lauded as instrumental factors behind his contract extension. Retaining Rick Lovato. Acknowledging the crucial role of special teams, Roseman underscored Lovato's consistency and professionalism as a long snapper. Lovato's contributions are seen as foundational to the team's overall performance. Braden Mann's continued presence. Mann's evolution since joining the Eagles was noted, with Roseman emphasizing his athleticism and versatility as both a punter and holder. Mann's dedication to improvement aligns with the team's ethos of constant progress. Landon Dickerson's contract renewal. Roseman expressed confidence in Dickerson's potential, highlighting his Pro Bowl achievements and leadership qualities. Dickerson's trajectory is seen as integral to the team's offensive line strategy. Retirement of Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox. Roseman paid tribute to Kelce and Cox, lauding their exceptional contributions and character both on and off the field. While their retirements mark the end of an era, Roseman emphasized the opportunity for younger players to step up and fill the void left by these Eagles legends. In summary, the Eagles' off-season strategy underscores a dual focus on external acquisitions and nurturing existing talent, reflecting a holistic approach to team development under Roseman's leadership. ESPN targets Jason Kelce for Monday Night Football pregame show role. March 27, 2024, 8:08 a.m. Eastern Time. As Jason Kelce explores his options post-NFL career, ESPN is reportedly making a strong push to enlist him for their pre-game show lineup, according to The Athletic's Andrew Marchand. Marchand reveals that ESPN is leading the charge in pursuing Kelce for a role on their esteemed Monday Night Countdown program, signaling a potential shakeup in the network's pre-game coverage for Monday Night Football. Executives familiar with ESPN's plans hint at a forthcoming revamp of the pre-game show, following last year's overhaul under Scott Van Pelt's guidance. Amidst this transition, Robert Griffin III's position is under scrutiny, while ESPN aggressively courts retired Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce for a spot on Monday nights. Competing networks such as NBC, CBS, and Amazon Prime Video have also shown interest in Kelce's talents. However, the potential recruitment of Kelce may lead to changes within ESPN's current roster, potentially affecting figures like Robert Griffin III and Larry Fitzgerald.